Is it better to do our mobility flexibility work as a separate routine or as part of a workout? Now, usually when people ask this question, they're talking about using the mobility and flexibility exercises within a warm-up. And that's not the best place for it. The goal of a warm-up is to warm up, and besides, this sort of stuff doesn't really make for great warm-ups. The question itself is also similar to asking, should I strength train before I run, separately to a run, or should I do it before I run? You can do those things, but one of those things is going to suffer. We need to look at what's the priority of the session and also what aspect of flexibility and mobility we're working on. So certainly, having said the warm-up thing, we can definitely use our flexibility and mobility exercises in our warm-up, especially if something is happening in our body that's going to inhibit our ability to do our workout well. So for example, let's say I've come back for an injury on my pec or something, or I'm just have an issue with the pec on this side. We know that a shortened and tight pec is going to alter shoulder mechanics, so it makes sense for me to do some of my work before my exercises there. If we're looking at other components of flexibility, let's say, for example, we're looking just to gain range of motion. We're probably not going to be able to get the volume and intensity that we need within our workouts. So whilst we can do it there, we also need to make sure we're going to be spending some time outside of our workouts as well. But it does come down to what components of mobility and flexibility we're looking at. So in my Stretch Yourself Strong framework, phase 2 of our strategies are to look at ways to keep our and use our range of motion. So one of those things would be doing that through full ranges of movement. So that's certainly something you can do in your workout, providing that we are moving through full ranges, and we are also addressing the idea that we need to work through 3 planes of motion as well. When it comes to our phase 3 strategies, which are the goals of actually looking to keep range of motion, and that means structural change within the muscle, eccentric loading, eccentric training is the best way to do that. So it's certainly something you can do within your workouts, but we need to make sure that we've gone through these other phases to get there. So it depends on what aspect of mobility and flexibility you're working on and what the priority of that workout is as well. So my short answer is, if you really want to make the best gains in your mobility and flexibility that you can, then we need to spend some time outside of our workouts. My more real world answer is that yes, we can definitely make it work within our workouts, and I've seen plenty of my clients do so. We just need to be really smart around the timing of the exercises and be very aware of what the priority of that workout is, whether we're looking to improve our endurance, strength, power, or whether and on the flip side, what aspect of mobility, flexibility are we looking at trying to improve? Are we looking at gaining range of motion? We're looking at keep, are we looking at structural change? We're looking to improve the velocity components of flexibility and mobility. So just having an awareness of what you're trying to improve will really govern where you're going to put those things, either within the workout or outside the workout.